Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. I certainly hope you're having a fantastic day, whenever and wherever you happen to be, because I'm excited. I'm really excited to be back because we're actually making money, which is amazing, honestly. It's just brilliant that what can I say? I'm happy. We're actually making money. It's great. It's pretty much the goal of the game, so I'm doing the thing, which makes me really happy. If we have a bit of a look at our finances, you may notice that there have been times where, you know, the money is not quite as great as it could have been. For example, you know, this year right here. Reason for that's pretty simple. I tweaked this line just a little bit. You'll notice that they're now dropping off the goods over here on New Street, which is an interesting name for it, and then collecting over here. The reason for that is because I was gonna set up a system where these guys would wait for a full load of food before they head out to bring it to Penzance, but I figured I wouldn't bother with that. It ends up backing up like crazy because it is a 2-to-1 ratio on the grain to food, so just sort of doing it this way keeps us making money, and I'm happy enough with that. I do want to take a little look though, and I want to see if we can maybe get the Penzance food line. So, I mean, if this is 33 seconds frequency on the grain line, I'm thinking we go to 66 seconds on the food line. So if we go to buy vehicles and we say we want, 3 of these to bring us up to 10. Let's go 5 to bring us up to 12. Let's get them to be red and put them on the food line. Then have a little look, and our frequency is down to 85. Which is better. That is better. Our capacity, I believe, with 12 vehicles, will be 48 units of food. So that's not bad. That's not bad. I'm not sure what is the rating exactly. Approximate annual. Oh, so that's the throughput per station, and then the frequency, I guess, that's the approximate like time per like full line, I guess, is what that is. So that's not so bad. I do want to keep an eye on that though, and I do want to see how the Penzance food line keeps up there. I would maybe like to throw 2 more vehicles onto it. I'm thinking 2 more will get us exactly where we want to be. So 74. That's pretty good. It's not quite. It's a bit more than double, but I'm thinking 74 is probably fine. So that'll be nice to have. We do have a decent amount of food set about here, and you are holding it, which is good. So yeah, we should see some good things come out of that, hopefully. And then in terms of other things that I'd like to do today, other than get that line improved, I'm thinking that it might be time to start putting together this line, the old oil to refinery to Budleigh Salterton. I'm thinking it might be an idea to get that going. I would also really like to start bringing some planks up here to start turning into tools, because I just think it would be fantastic to try and get at least one of our towns getting all of the things that they want. I don't think we're going to get them, you know, a lot of it, but I'd like to get a little something. So the way I'd be looking at that is maybe we go from Bedlington Forest and from Downham Market Forest. Although Downham Market Forest could go to Penzance Sawmill, and then from Penzance Sawmill to there. And then maybe what we do is go from this forest up here to something like that. That might, I know I've mentioned before that that's a very long line for our vehicles to take. I'm wary of that. I'm a little wary of that. Although I guess when you guys need construction materials, right? So is there oh, you guys need construction materials as well. Is there only one set of quarries on this map by any chance? I get the feeling there might be. So there is a construction materials plant down there, but I think our quarries, yeah, there's only 2 of them. And they're at the far end of the map. So that'll be trains at some point for all of that, I'm thinking. But I'm also thinking that we probably do have enough. Oh, wow. We are getting a little bit low on food there. I'm thinking we probably do have enough money coming in to start putting together this line here. So let's go to Budleigh Salterton, which is a great name. Graphics, audio, and other settings. Yeah, I know that can be changed at any time. Thank you. I'm thinking that good old Budleigh Salterton, which is, I love saying that. I'm thinking we're going to go in. We're going to get a road depot. And we can have a look here as well. It's going to be the resident. It's the industrial places that need the fuel. I swear I can speak. Let's just get a road depot in here. And let's figure out exactly the right way to do this. Can I do this without removing a building? Almost. I actually don't think it's going to let me. I don't think there's any way I can place that there. Okay, we'll place it on the other side then, is what we'll do. So we don't want to put it there, but we can put it, say, right along here, which is a bit of a weird sort of curve into it, but that's fine. We'll place it there. So that'll be fine. That's our one building. We do need to get ourselves some oil from the oil well. And then it's going to be every 2 of those will make some oil. So every 2 crude oil makes 1 oil. Every 1 oil makes 1 fuel. So I would argue that for 10 vehicles here, we want 5 vehicles here. So 10 vehicles going from there to there, 5 vehicles going from there to there into town, I think would be the way to do that. So we're looking at 15 vehicles, possibly. Let's get our truck stations in here though. So this right here, this is going to be quite expensive actually. It's going to be a bit of an investment. But let's just get ourselves a simple little, I guess, truck stop there. And then what we need to do is bring the goods in and drop them off and then pick them up. So what way is this going to go? I would assume it'll go that way. It'll go through Soil Hill. So let's do our drop off there and then do a truck station here. I know I don't need to do that, but I like to do that. I think it just works a little better in my favor. So we'll do our station there. Then we'll do another drop off there with another pickup, say, right about there. And then I think we could probably get away with just another just sort of regular drop off, say, right in here, possibly. So something like that. So that should work. That's a lot of money, but it should work. So what we can do is we can go in here and we can say, go from there to there, and then to that place. And then you want to go to that truck stop, and then to that place. And that works exactly the way I wanted it to. So this is, I guess, the Budleigh, I think that's it. Budleigh, I'm not going to put Salterton in there. I also don't know why I set that all up as one line. That's not meant to be one line, is it? It's supposed to just be, what have we just, oh, we just got a boat. Oh, we just got, interesting. We just got some better flap. Okay, so they'll do 20 kilometers per hour. That's good. The boat, I don't care too much about, but that's very good. So this is the Budleigh. So this is just going to be, oh, that loops around in a bit of an awkward way, doesn't it? Okay, I guess we're not doing the green in there. It can go to there. We'll get rid of the green. And it's going to load up on crude oil. It's going to unload its crude oil. And I guess it's going to wait for a full load of crude oil right there as well. So that'll be fine. What we can do then is bulldoze you, because it's not going to be needed. And then set up another line. So this is Budleigh Oil 1. Road vehicle 2 is exhausted and should be replaced or maintained. We'll do that shortly. So then what we want to do is go from here. No, I don't want to add that again. We want to go new line from here. We want to drop off there, pick up there, and then drop off in town, and then go back and do it all again. So what that's going to be is Budleigh, Budleigh Oil 2. I think is what that'll be. So that's going to be, I just did Bud Light. Not quite. Not quite. So that'll be fine. So Budleigh Oil 1, I think we want 10 vehicles. Oil 2, we want the 5 vehicles. So let's just set this up right. So this is going to be load up on oil. Then at Queen Street, you want to unload the oil. And then at Salterton East, you want to load up on fuel. And then at York Road, you want to unload fuel. So that'll work out. We'll get that set up in a second, because all these vehicles are starting to wear down a little bit, aren't they? So maintenance, normal. Condition is very bad on quite a few of these. Is there any easy way to sort this? If we look at this line, for example, configure vehicles, all of them. I mean, they're all a little bit old, aren't they? Can we replace? I mean, we can replace them. We might have the money to do it as well. Send to depot. Configure maintenance. Interesting. Can I replace them? So cargo. We'd be looking at this one, which can carry a little bit more as well. Oh, but it can only carry logs, steel, and planks. That's frustrating. Okay. Okay. And it's also 300,000 to do that. So we're not going to be doing that. Never mind. Okay. Again, let's look at vehicles. So how do we sort out the condition then? Because the condition of quite a few of them is very bad. I guess we have a bit of a poke about against. So on this line, configure vehicles, configure maintenance for all vehicles. What do I need? How do I fix them? I mean, replace all of them, clone all of them, configure maintenance. Maintenance is normal. Can I select all of them? Is that a thing I can do? I mean, I would hope so. I guess that's all of my vehicles there, isn't it? I have 59 vehicles. So I could do high levels of maintenance, which will increase the running cost. But I don't know if that's actually done it. So maintenance is high. Okay. That's fine. Let me have a look at my lines again. So you configure vehicles. Do I have to send them back to the depot for maintenance? Is that how that works? Might very well be. I don't know how I feel about that. I think what we'll do is we'll just let the vehicles sort of wither away for a little bit, because I would assume in the near future we're going to get something that we can replace them with. I'm not going to stress too much about it. Let's just go over here and say that what we want to do is we want to buy some vehicles for our Budleigh lines. So I want to buy 10 of them. And this is going to be for line number 1. So they're all going to be brown. And then I want to buy 5 of them. And they're going to be for line number green right there. Line number 2. Didn't really need the second set of vehicles just yet, but that's okay. They are the right vehicles, right? I did get the right vehicles. I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. I really hope I did. I did just I did just buy the right vehicles, didn't I? I did. Oh, wait a minute. No. I'm an idiot. Oh, okay. So yeah, these are new. Those are new. Those are the new ones. They can carry more. And they can carry everything. Oh, okay then. How much would it cost to replace all of my vehicles? That's the question of the hour here, isn't it? So, I want to look at this. Configure vehicles, all of them, except for the vehicles in the Budleigh lines. I kind of need to know what exactly this is going to cost if I wanted to replace 60 vehicles. Actually, no, we don't want to replace 60 vehicles. The Warminster Loop vehicles can stay, and then the Penzance Loop vehicles can stay as well. Can I move? No, I can't move this window. I can. I can pop. Wait. Oh, no, that just expanded it. Never mind. So the Warminster, this would be easier to just do it this way, wouldn't it? So the bricks, that one, that one. Those ones we don't want to replace. So these vehicles here. So 44 vehicles. To replace all of those with this one, it would cost me 1 million to do that. I don't know if that's a good idea. That's a lot of money. The Harwich, so these ones probably don't need replaced. The Penzance ones I think do. And that would cost me still 828,000. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. That's a lot of money to spend. But it could result in some good money is the thing. And it's only going to get more expensive as well. Let's take a chance. Let's take the chance. We've replaced all of them. So we should have vehicles that can now carry a bit more. So yeah, they can now carry 5. And they've also kept their cargo in a few places by the looks of it, so that's good. Is this even producing? This is producing. Okay. How's this looking? Looking pretty good. All right, so that's good. We've spent $1.2 million this year, which is a terrifying amount of money. And if I look at my chart, I mean, yeah. Oh wow, we didn't make any money last year either. We've been a bit iffy on the old money making, haven't we? Oh boy, that expenditure though. That's the most we've spent in 27 years. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. It's so much. It's so much money. So what are you waiting on? Are you guys... Is the Penzance food line... Is it set to wait? Did I do that? Did I say the Penzance food line? You guys... Oh, you guys do. You do wait. Oh, yeah. I guess... I guess you just wait regardless. Because, I mean... Why do you not have... Why is there no food down here? Are any of you guys holding food? Wait a minute. You're not holding food. Oh, you are? Okay, so they are... Yeah, they are still holding it. That's fine. I was a little worried that I'd done something wrong. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, spending $1.3 million in a single year is probably counts as doing something wrong, but that's fine. That'll be okay. Do you guys all have oil? You do. So that's hopefully going to be some good money coming down to here. You guys are currently doing nothing because there is nothing for you to do. But I would assume, I mean, they can move a bit faster, which is a good thing to begin with. Let's review my lines. What did we just get? A new train? Not bad. So in terms of balance, the food line is making a lot. The bricks line is making a good amount. The loop, a little bit. Penzance food, a little bit. These guys are losing money, obviously, because they haven't been making any deliveries, but that's about to change. So we'll see what we end up with here. So what do you get per delivery? 10,000. That's actually pretty good. So we should see this line actually start to make a little bit of money. So that'll be good. That right there is exactly what we want to be seeing. So the Budleigh oil line should... Yeah, I mean, it's climbing quite nicely. So that's just brilliant, is what that is. I'm actually thinking it might not be a bad idea to set it up slightly differently so that it doesn't share the terminal with the... with that green line. Might not be a terrible idea. Either way, though, that line is not making a profit, so that's actually good. Actually really good. And we have 18, 19, 20, I assume any second now. There we go, 20, 21. So we do actually have a decent little bit of oil in there as well. We are going to be waiting on these guys getting back. It is a bit of a journey they have to go on. But that'll be oil turned into fuel and fuel delivered to there. So there's 2 deliveries those guys can make. So here's hoping for some good things. Here's really hoping for good things. And looks like this year we're actually making some money. Wow, those charts are a bit rough, aren't they? Those charts are a bit rough. That hurts to see, man. 1.5 million in a year. That's so much. That is so much. I'm also thinking I could be a little bit cheeky here and go to streets and just say, do that. It's 51,000, but it's going to be, that'll be quicker than going through town. To be fair, that right there would be even faster. That's actually really tempting, I'm going to be honest. It's a lot of money. 73,000 and all that. It's a lot of money. Wonder if I could do it for a little bit less. So 28,000 to there. 16,000 to there. 21,000 to there. I think that's a little bit less. So we'll do that, and I'm assuming that lines up. Yeah, there we go. So that's a little bit quicker. That should be fine. That should work out for us. And then you've got some oil on the way down there. Good. So money is actually, I think money's going to start rolling in here. We have made a little bit of money this year. We've made actually an income of 635,000. That's not bad. That is not bad. That's actually kind of exciting, to be totally honest. And I'm actually kind of excited to see how much you generate by dropping off that oil. So 6,000, not bad. Then that's going to start producing. Takes a little while to produce the fuel. But there we go. So that gets produced. And then you're going to head out with 4 units rather than 5. That's interesting. Okay, fair enough. I thought it was a 1-to-1. It might not be. But that's all right. What's going on here? Is that more deliveries coming in? It is. There we go. Look at that. Oh, look at that. That's brilliant. I'm loving that. I'm loving seeing it. Really genuinely happy to see that. So we should see another healthy little profit coming in this year. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. All right. And then a bit going on here. We have these guys picking up down here. This is good. You've got 5 units of fuel. What are you getting over here? Where are you? So you're going to be dropping off, what was it, 4? So 4 units of fuel getting dropped off here in Budleigh, Salterton. What exactly does that equate to in terms of income? So 5,300. Honestly, not bad. That is honestly not bad. That is surprisingly decent, actually. Oh, okay. This is good. I'll tell you what I want to do. I want to go in here. I want to configure this a little bit. And it's very tempting to do more street access, but I'm not going to do that. I want to do cargo. I'm thinking 24,000. Let's just expand this a little bit. We have the money to do it. And then I want to go to terminals. And I want oil 1 going to terminal 1. That way there's no overlap. That way these guys can pick up while those guys drop off. It should be fine. Are both those lines making money? They are. Oh, they're making pretty good money too. And the grain line's making good money. Penzance Food's making pretty good money. Not bad. What are we looking at here then? So Budleigh Oil 2 is 4 minutes right now. And it is making money. I'm wondering if we were to get Budleigh Oil 1 down to like a minute. And then get Budleigh Oil 2 down to like 2 minutes. That might not be a bad idea. Because that way it'll be I mean, they're already making money. So in theory, if we can keep the same thing going on, we can just keep making more. So I'm thinking maybe adding a few more vehicles to Oil 1 and then, I mean, maybe 15 and 10 would be the way to go there. In terms of ratios. I don't know. We'll keep a little eye on it. How much money did we make last year? We made more, actually. 716,000. Not bad. Not bad at all, actually. You know, I do almost wonder if there would be a better way to set this up. Because I guess, I mean, the crude oil is empty 50% of the time, isn't it? But I don't think there's any way I can set that up where it's not going to be empty 50% of the time. Because I don't want them, because if I set the crude oil line to wait, pick up oil and bring it down here, then it's still going to be empty going all the way back there. And then I guess, well, I guess part of the problem we could argue there becomes the fact that these guys moving the fuel are empty from town to here. Because they have to go here, then take the fuel. I wonder if it'd be worth setting up a little like interim line that goes from here to here. Just like back and forth. That might be an idea. I don't know. I'm going to have to keep a little eye on that and see what's going on. I think we'll have to keep just a little bit of an eye there. But let's go ahead, and what I want to do is, can I look at my line overview really quick? I want to pin this for a second. So pin that up there, and then have a look at this. So, or no, this rather. So what I think I want to do is Budleigh Oil 1 is about 60 seconds. Budleigh Oil 2 isn't so great. So if I was to go in and I was to say, give me 5 more vehicles and put those on oil 1, that brings us down to 41 seconds. And if I was to say, give me 5 more vehicles and then put them on oil number 2, that brings us down to 92 seconds. 93. That's pretty good, actually. That's just a little bit over double. So we'll kind of go with that. I don't know exactly what the ratio should be for like frequency and all that, but we'll try it. We can try that. We can see what happens. I think this year is going to be one where we do lose a little bit of money, but that's kind of okay. That Penzance loop though, I don't think that's ever made money. Frustratingly enough. Really genuinely don't think it's ever made money for us. But whatever. We'll make it work. All right, we're looking here. 32. Wow, 32. 32 units of oil. That's actually really good. We really might want to set up a little shuttle back and forth here. That might be the way to do that. But I'm not gonna stress too much about it. How are we looking down in this place anyway? Harwich. It is doing all right, honestly. It's still trucking along. Every pun intended. Absolutely every pun intended. It's actually our 3rd most profitable right now. So really can't complain too much. Although, can I expand this? Oh, I can. Nice. So I guess it would be really nice to see more construction materials getting moved. The rate on this is 90 seconds. So it's 90 seconds for a completed line. I don't know. I don't know what to do with that. I think we'll just have to keep an eye. I'm still trying to figure this out, to be honest, like, because the time between when I played the first Transport Fever, I haven't played a game like this in a long time, to be honest. Like, whenever the last Transport Fever series is the last time I played this kind of game in general, I think. I mean, I did do a bit of, I played a little bit of Factorio, and I played a little bit of, like, Factory Town, which are similar concepts, but it's definitely, those games don't rely on, like, managing the frequency of which the trucks show up and all that kind of stuff, so it's definitely, it's a different experience, is what it is. So you're showing up to pick that up. How many of these vehicles have we got? We got a few of these guys coming down, so you're going to be dropping off some of that right there. 6,921. Not bad. Not bad at all, actually. And then heading in there to pick up some fuel. And then I guess the deliveries will go ahead down into Budleigh Salterton, and they'll be very, very happy with themselves. Can we get a little look here? Density-wise, not much going on in there, but that's not the end of the world, so not going to stress too much. Having a look at Penzance, how are we doing? They're actually, oh wow, they actually have more food than they need. That's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. We actually have, we've met the demand. Sort of. I mean, we've pretty much met the demand, which is great. That's really good. So I guess what we could start looking into is getting machinery into Penzance. That might be slightly tricky though, is the problem. Also, not as much food here as I would have liked. Interesting. I have to keep a little eye on that. So machinery. Machinery is made in an interesting way. So machinery is made with planks and steel. Now, planks are made from logs in a sawmill. That's easy. So what we could do is set up these two forests to go to that sawmill and take the planks up to Downham Market Machine Factory. In terms of steel, steel is a combination of coal and iron going into, let's see, we need a steel mill around here somewhere. Where do we have it? Do we have any steel mills in the south part of the map? Do we have any steel mills at all? I might be completely skimming over it here. We do have a steel mill. There's no way it's, right there. So Downham Market Steel Mill. Is that the only one? Oh, wow. I think we might genuinely only have the one steel mill. So steel, I think that genuinely might, I think that's our only steel mill. Okay. So what would be the best way to set that up then? So Downham Market Steel Mill, I guess that's going to be a train job, isn't it? I mean, we have, oh no, there's one here. There's a steel mill here in Bedlington. I'm blind. So this is actually better because we can go coal, iron from those two down to the steel mill, turn it into steel, and then just through Bedlington to Downham Market Steel Mill or Machines Factory. So that right there is where we're going to get the steel for that. And then in terms of the planks, I mean, there is a sawmill down here. I think we'd probably just go for that. So probably connect Bedlington Forest to this over here for Retford Coal Mine, and then have the two Retford Forests go to this sawmill. So there'll be really, really good plank production. So what we could actually do with that is split the plank deliveries. So half of them go to the Machines Factory, half of them go to the Tools Factory, because it's 1-to-1 on planks to tools, and it is actually just 1 plank, 1 steel for machines as well. So 3 forests to 1 sawmill, 1 sawmill to 2 factories, and then the 2 mines to the 1 steel mill, the 1 steel mill to the 1 factory. Then what we can do is hopefully get really good production here at some point, because both Downham Market and Bedlington want machines. Penzance also wants machines, but South Malton wants tools, so that'll be something we can set up really, really easily. Harwich also wants tools. I'd be tempted to set that up just so this place gets more of what it wants. Alternatively, Budleigh Salterton might be a place to set up. Actually, looking at it, it would be a really long line, but I think maybe even a train from Retford Sawmill up to Budleigh Salterton Tools Factory, which that might not be a bad idea either. Really might not be a bad idea. Get this place getting more of what it wants as well. Ooh, what have we just got? Ivan. Okay, interesting name. We got Ivan the vehicle. Not gonna complain. Actually doing really well on the supply here as well. Okay, so this has worked out. This is actually turning a profit if we have a little look at our lines. Yeah, getting a really nice profit on the oil there. Nothing major on oil 2, which is actually the delivery line, but not going to stress too much. In terms of profits, we are, that looks like a consistent 843, 830. We're coming up on 1 million per year. So that's good. We're actually starting to turn a really healthy profit here. So I think what we do then is we do exactly what I just said. I think we set up some pretty lengthy lines to do all of that. So the thing with it is, though, we probably want to do it. We need to do it in such a way that it will work really nicely. And what I mean by that, I know that sounds so like obvious, right? Of course you want it to work, but what I mean is, if I remember right, and I might be remembering wrong, but I mean, this, for one, we're probably going to want to set up multiple mines because it's 2 of each to make 1 item of steel. So that's going to be quite a demanding thing there. But my worry is if we set up part of the line, right? So we set up part of the chain, we get the steel being made. If the steel's not going anywhere, eventually there's going to be, it's just going to stop. And we're just going to be spending money in vehicles for nothing because there is nowhere for the goods to go. So we always need to have a full production chain to not be wasting money, which makes things a little bit tricky. So that's my worry, essentially. And that's why I'm really thinking that it might not be a bad idea to try and find 1 or 2 smaller production chains around here in the meantime. Like, see if we can find anything a little bit sneaky, a little bit easier, and then kind of go from there, if that makes sense. So like so for example, this production chain here is quite small and easy, right? It's not a major, huge chain. It's pretty big, but it's not huge. I mean, like I said, we're eventually probably going to have to bring things. I mean, our 2 quarries are on the south side of the map, right? So eventually we're going to need to bring stone or construction materials up to Fowie or Soil Hill or whatever. So that'll be trains doing that. That's not going to be horses and carts or trucks later down the line. But the lines that we have right now are really easy. You know, it's a little simple triangle going on here, essentially, for that production. So I'm just looking and hoping that we have another line like that somewhere, but honestly, looking at it, it doesn't look like we do, which is kind of frustrating because I'm wondering if it's going to be worth just maybe taking a couple of loans and setting up setting up our first train line. That might be something, I think that's something I'm going to have to think about. I mean, we're making money. We're making pretty consistent money. So that's good. If we just sit about for a while, we'll just make money. Which, again, brilliant news. We're back up to 1.5 million. And to be honest, we could probably continue making good money by adding a few more vehicles to a few more lines. So that might be worth doing. Honestly, I think the best thing we could maybe do is try getting more construction material into Harwich. So maybe some trucks going from Retford Quarry over to the construction thing. I think what we'll do, I'm rambling. I'm thinking out loud here. I'm probably not making a lot of sense. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a cut in there. We're going to wrap up this video. I'm going to have a little bit of a look about the map and see if I can spot anything that we could do. Otherwise, I'm going to let the game run for a little while, up to maybe 1900, and see what kind of money we have between now and then, because it's looking like we're at the point where we might want a train line. It really is. And I think what I want to do is I want to focus on either Penzance or Budleigh Salterton for an episode or 2, because I want to get the other items in there. So for Penzance, I mean, like I said, we have 100% supply on the food. Machines we don't have. But machines are so much harder to make than tools, because tools are just planks. So maybe what we do is we try and get the supply of fuel to 100% for Budleigh Salterton, and then we just start, you know, bringing some planks up from down in Market, or wherever this is, down, where exactly is it? Right here, Retford Sawmill. Maybe we do that instead. Or, actually, it might be closer to bring them from Penzance. So go from here to there to there. That might be the way to do it. Either way, we will figure it out. In fact, it might even be better to go down in Market Forest to Budleigh Salterton. So actually, no, even better. Maidstone Forest, Budleigh Salterton Sawmill, down to Budleigh Salterton. And I'll tell you exactly how we do that we would get a cheeky little road. What do we just get? We just got, ooh, I think we just got a new passenger vehicle. Not bad. Let's close that real quick. We would basically go a little something like this. So we'd bring this down. We'd wrap it over this way a little bit. That's raising the land a little bit. Can I lower that? Just ever so slightly. And then just cut through there. Probably a lot more expensive than otherwise would have been, but that's fine. And basically go to there. So that right there is gonna let us go from that sawmill to, or from that forest to that sawmill to there into Budleigh Salterton. That'll work. I think what we'll probably do is set up a connection to 1 or 2 other forests as well. So maybe Penzance. Probably won't make money on that line, but it'll mean that we can have a lot of planks. It is 2 logs. Yeah, so 2 logs to 1 plank, and then 1 plank to 1 tool. The tools into Budleigh Salterton. We'll have everything being met here because we're almost at 100% on the supply of fuel. I think that'll be our plan. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. It's been my absolute pleasure as always. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.